Daniella Squicquero is here with me, and as always, we're going to talk all things business going around in the community. So we're going to get started. And as I mentioned in the headlines, and I know you're just going to kind of expand on that a little bit. We've got a lot of growth going on. Businesses are coming back to brick and mortar and kind of expanding and moving and doing all kinds of great things. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. So, Betsy, it's such a wonderful thing to see that our local businesses, a lot of them, not all of them, unfortunately, but a lot of them not only have been able to persist through what seems like it was probably the most difficult economic time of this COVID process, but they are expanding. So there are businesses that not only have been able to survive, but they're actually seeing a demand that requires that they either open a second location or they open a new location that allows them to expand their staff. I know you talked about a lot of specifics in the headlines, so we won't repeat those, but the overall economic indicator in this area seems to be a very positive trajectory, and we're very, very glad to see that. So as new businesses come to the area, which of course we're seeing that happen as well with the new distillery and a number of other things, it looks like Bluffton's business scene is on the rise, as we fully expected it to be before this, and we fully expect it to be afterward.
Well, and something that's going to keep it going is this real estate market that we're in, because it's crazy, crazy, crazy in a good way. So tell us some more about that.
It is, as far as surprising things that have come out of COVID, the real estate market, not only here locally, but nationwide, has been absolutely chief among them. And it really, we in the industry believe that it's a number of variables, but in large part, it has to do with the fact that people who may have been planning for 5 or 10 years down the line, maybe even more than that, they're thinking, no time like the present. It's like a collective opportunity to reevaluate your priorities. And so we're seeing a lot of movement in the market. But the other thing, and as we knew during the height of COVID, a lot of different industries, their supply chains were being interrupted. So as with the iPhone, they were having trouble getting the things that they needed to create their chip. That was delayed. Something as big as Apple, all the way down to smaller suppliers. Well, what we're seeing right now, the National Home Builder Association has said that they are actually, they have talked to a lot of builders, and it seems like the bigger the builder, the more trouble they are having getting their appliances in on time. So not only for new construction, but for renovation projects across the country, these are being affected by this supply chain issue. And so we're just waiting to see what happens there. But as the market continues to remain hot, we don't see an end in sight, at least not yet. We'll just have to see how the actual tangible supply of the things that go into this market how that will affect things.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. And so I know, as always, you like to give us a resource for professionals in the area, and today it happens to be for young professionals. So tell us what that's all about.
That's exactly right. So I think a lot of people who are not in this market or who don't spend a lot of time here, they don't know how many young professionals we have. We are a booming business community, but a lot of our professionals are people who are either just starting or who have, they're in the infancy of their careers, and they have chosen Bluffton not only to call home, but to call, this is the place that I am going to build my business. And so the Bluffton Chamber's Young Professionals Network is just absolutely expanding. It's a phenomenal program. And for anyone who has an interest in attending that, the next meeting, they're actually going to be talking about financial planning for young professionals, which is such an important topic, and it's never too early. And so that will be held on the 24th, that is Wednesday, March 24th, and that'll be 5:30 to 7:30 at the Roasting Room in Old Town Bluffton.
Well, Daniella, as always, it's fantastic information, and it's always good to see you. We'll see you next time.
Good to see you, Betsy. Thank you.